Hey guys, welcome back to Live Life Optimized. I'm so excited that you have come back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Nadia and I am not your host. I am your purpose partner. I talk about my journey from being a slacker to a stacker. And basically what that means is that for a very long time in my life, I had no vision, I had no direction, and I was just living life mid, as the young people say. No, I was just living life that was just below the standard. I had no zest, no energy, no joy, and I was just doing the most and the wrong and the worst way until I started optimizing my life, hence the name of the show. And optimizing your life is simply enhancing your life little by little so that it turns into a lifestyle of success, growth, peace, joy, happiness, money, the right way, and so forth. In the last episode, we just started a series, and the last episode 1, go check it out, I talked about some of the stupidest things that I've done because I didn't understand what my purpose was. Okay, so I'm gonna build on that. So go back and watch it. I'm not gonna recap too much. In episode 1, we talked about how I spent 5 figures because I thought I was going to be a real estate tycoon. Now, this episode, if I had to label it anything, I'm going to label it down bad. Oh, guys, let me tell you, I was down bad after that, right? Okay, so let me set the scene for you. I'm gonna dive right into it. So once I spent that money, right, this is why it's so important to do your research and have the right people in place with you. I didn't know that you had to pay taxes. Of course, I was working. I was still a W-2 employee. But no lie, not being funny at all. I have no business background. My mother was an entrepreneur. However, I never knew the details to what she did. I just saw my mom doing what she was doing. It was her side hustle, but she was pretty lucrative when we were younger. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. But I ended up owing the IRS. Y'all ready for this? $40,000. 4T. Yes, you heard me. I ended up owing the IRS $40,000 because, first of all, when you take out a loan, which I knew this, but I wasn't paying attention because I was in the heat of the moment. But when you take out a loan from your retirement account, especially before you're 65, there is something called a penalty. And because I didn't read the fine print or I wasn't listening to the financial advisor at the time, I just needed this money. I liquidated my retirement funds, unfortunately, and that same year got a very hefty tax bill. Yes, that I could not cover from my W-2 income because I was working. I was in management. I was doing pretty good, but not that good, bruh. Not that good. And so I am at a loss for words. Not only did I liquidate my savings, and within a matter of 3 months, I knew the program wasn't going to work. Thankfully, I got some of my money back, but because I didn't file taxes, because I didn't set things up properly in Florida, because I was setting up my business in another state. I had a business partner. We didn't know what we were doing. And the company that we were with, I'm not going to say the name of the company. They no longer exist. Shout out to God. But what they would do is they would create, or they were trying to teach us how to create tax shelters. So you didn't necessarily have to register your company in the state that you were in. Like I said, I don't know anything about business. I don't know if it was right or wrong, but because I got a hefty tax bill, it was obviously wrong. So it's now tax time. And I go to my accountant. Again, I ain't got it like that. This is just a wonderful young lady who has been doing my taxes since I've been, filing taxes and all of that. So yeah, shout out to great accountants, because here's where the shift happens. Thank you, God, that I was working full time and I had a W-2 job, if you will, because whatever she did, she did it legally, because there were no ramifications later, but she added my income to the real estate tycoon business, and I ended up owing nothing. I actually got a kickback, and it was about a couple $100. But thankfully, she understands business, and she was able to explain to me why everything that I was doing, in so much words, was dumb. And it was very idiotic. But, normally it takes her about 30 minutes to file my taxes. Man, I was in that office
sweating bullets for 2 hours. Like, she was asking for all kinds of documents. Thank God I brought everything but the kitchen sink with me to our appointment, because
she's always taught me that, and we were able to get a result, right? And so I went from feeling hopeless, ready to give up, ready to think about what can I sell, what can I do, ready to ask my parents to bail me out, to relieved and learned a huge lesson on don't do that again. Like, for real, because I had to learn that there are consequences to everything that you do. And shout out to her, because she even took me later on that evening. We usually do what we do like early on in the day, because like I said, I've been going to her for quite some time, and I've always made time throughout the years to go to her earlier. We build a rapport to where she has my information, and sometimes I don't even have to see her. That's just how great she was. However, for this situation, I had to meet in person, and I had to be honest. See, sometimes when you're going through something and when you make a mistake, you can't be embarrassed or shameful. If you noticed in what I was mentioning earlier, how I felt, I never felt embarrassed because I needed help. All right, guys, so I'm sharing that because I think I said it earlier. There is always a reaction to the action that you take, even if it was months prior. And, I could have easily just given up and, spent a lot of years trying to pay back the IRS or having my wages garnished. But thankfully, and I can't stop saying thankfully, because this woman was truly a godsend. I was able to recover. I was able to rebuild because she helped me get out of a very, very bad situation. So I hope that you guys learned something from that, is ask for help, even in your mistakes, because something that I learned from it all is that I am very resilient. There's people to help you get out of your stupid. Okay, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed that. Again, we're building. So don't worry about not knowing the full details. If you missed episode 1, like I said before, I taped that last week. So go back and go check it out as we're building momentum to the light at the end of the tunnel, if you will. Please like, share, subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. And continue to live your life optimized. Bye. Thanks for tuning in.